This is the first in a series of quick videos showing you different sections of the 2D paintings that I do. So, and today we're doing the sky. So here we go. I'm laying down some beautiful tops here. It's a blended fibre, a mixed fibre in shades of light blue. It's got a nice sheen to it because it has some silk in it. I buy these from all sorts of different places, mostly Etsy, but they are very, very nice. So I just lay down some of that at the top, and keeping it fairly straight because I do like my skies to go straight across. And now we will add some yellow, I believe. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. So now some yellow, as we're going to do a sort of a sunset, sunrise type picture. So I'm putting the yellow down there about where I'm going to want the horizon. And some lovely sort of mixed orange, red and yellow there, lovely mixed one. And I'm putting a small amount of the orangey red into the blue and a bit into the yellow as well, just to sort of blend it across. Okay, and now we will stab some down. I start stabbing around the outside edges because that holds it sort of in place mostly while I stab the rest of it, because when you first start stabbing and the felt is loose, it does sort of move about a bit, but once you've started stabbing and it's got itself attached to the mat a little bit, it is a lot easier and goes a lot quicker. So just around the outside edge. And then stabbing into the main part. Just need to make sure that it's attached at this point. Oh, it's not going to fall off. The yellow is actually a carded wool, but I use both in my pictures. And I don't really have a problem with either of them. I find I do like to use the tops because it has that sheen to it, but it's fine. And the carded bats are actually quite easy to attach. And end up giving you quite a nice smooth finish, but you know, I use both interchangeably, really. Depends what I've got in what colours. There we go. Yeah, and a bit of more red there into the reddy orange into the sky. When you've got these mixed colours like I've got here, the blended colours, you can actually pull out specific colours from it, and so if you want a little bit more red, you can pull out a bit of red from it, and it works really, really well. So very useful for different colours. Okay, and now I've got a slightly lighter yellow, ever so slightly lighter yellow, which I'm just going to put in there to give it sort of a little bit of a change of colour, and some white, which lightens it up even more in places. And I'm not mixing the colours first, I'm actually just laying the colours on top of the bits that I've already needle felted down, and that works and makes quite a nice Quite a nice mix. And a little bit of blue now, and I'm going to put this blue right the way through the middle of the reddy orange, coming in from one side. There we are, making it look much nicer. Yeah, this is a very simplistic sky, but I think it is quite effective. A little bit of darker blue, top left hand corner. One of my favourite things to do. It just well, just makes it more interesting. I don't know why it's always the top left hand corner, but it's just the way I do it. Of course you can put your lights and darks wherever you like on your picture, but that's how I do it. Now we're adding some white, quite fluffy. This gives you the effect of clouds. Quite fluffy. The more you put on, the whiter it gets, and the denser the cloud becomes. So just do it until you think it looks right, I think is the answer. But also remember that clouds they're underneath the sun. I'm sorry, above the sun, so the underneath of the clouds will possibly be yellow from the sun. It have a reflection of the sun on them, so if you want it to look, you know, a little bit more realistic, then go ahead and put a bit of yellow in there. You could put a bit of red in there, or you could make the clouds pink. That works sometimes, but there we go, a little bit more white just to make it a bit denser, the clouds, so that you can actually see it. When you work a lot with these pastel colours, sometimes your clouds get a little bit lost if you don't make them just that little bit denser. But you can see the yellow underneath where the sun is shining up onto the clouds. And yes, I'm quite pleased with that. Just stabbing away now, attaching the bits down and making it to look more like I want. And you can put sort of like lines of sort of cloud or white just to lighten it up. You can do all sorts of things. I put a bit more there. Yeah, it just lightens it up and makes it more interesting. I will actually be putting a sun or the setting sun on the picture, but I don't do that until I've done the midground with the hills and things, because I do like my sun to come up between the hills, and I haven't placed them yet, so a little bit more white over that, just to make it a little bit lighter as we come down to the ground there. Yep. I'm actually really quite pleased with this now. It's looking good.